Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of my pay-to-play flipping series, where we're going to go from 0 to 100 mil using the Grand Exchange only. So this week, our progress has been a little bit stunted by the fact that I've been gone for so long. I actually had my membership expire while I was gone. I had like 7 days left on it when I left, came back and it was totally expired. So unfortunately we didn't make the huge progress that we were hoping to make, but next episode I promise we're definitely getting there, and we got some changes to the resolution. Everything will be in the next episode. So without further ado, we're starting at about 10.9 mil. And yeah, let's get into the video and see where we can get from here. Okay, so to start off, we're going to do a crystal key flip, actually. So to do this, you have to buy pretty much 4 items. You have to, you have to buy and sell the tooth half of the key. You have to buy and sell the loop half of the key to get the margins, as well as buy the full crystal key, at least buy it. So what you're doing is you're taking the low price for the tooth half of the key and the loop half of the key, and then you're going to subtract that off the high price of the crystal key. So you're going to see what the margin is there. Generally, a good margin for this is about 1,000 per key that you make. So we're going to get 200 or 300 here. This doesn't always work, but when it does, it's quite good money. I mean, you can get a couple mil an hour doing this, assuming you already have the components for it. But yeah, in this case, I think we have about a 1k margin on it, and we'll go ahead and buy 250 of the tooth halves, 250 of the loop halves, then we'll just combine them, and then we'll resell them. Okay, so we bought all the keys. We didn't, unfortunately, get them perfectly all for the same price, but we got 207 of the keys for about 8,900, and we got 40-something of the keys for a little bit less. But anyway, we should still be making some profit here, hopefully. All we're going to do is combine the keys. I'll just show the clip kind of sped up in the background quickly. It's pretty easy. All you do is withdraw 14 of each key. The easiest way is if you drag one of the halves down to the bottom right corner and start spam clicking there. You can get an inventory done in like probably 20 seconds or something. So it's pretty quick. And yeah, we'll do all of these and then we'll just sell them. So after all that, we actually ended up losing money. The crystal keys crashed down a bit, and I think the margin wasn't as big as I thought to begin with. Just to give you some numbers, I mean, we sold them all for 9.6 mil, but we bought them all for like 9.7 mil or something. Unfortunately, we ended up losing about 80k after calculations. Again, this does happen sometimes. We're not going to give up. I think we're going to try it again, but just to show this doesn't always work. Okay, so we're going to try the crystal keys again. This time we actually have a much bigger margin. You can see there, 1459 is what we got this time. That's actually, after looking back in the last clip, that's more than double what it was last time. So I think this time we should be more safe buying these. I really should have looked at the charts to see if the items were their average price or not. But whatever, we're going to go ahead and probably buy another couple hundred of these each. 250 keys each, and I think we might have enough money to get one more item after this, but just to do a quick calculation, theoretically if we get the margin on it, which is 1,500, we should get about 375k from this. And the buying limit for these things are very high, so theoretically if you had a bunch of money, you would be able to get over like 2 or 3 mil an hour sometimes doing this. I saw some guy said he made 21 mil, I don't know. But anyway, we will come back when the keys have sold. So the keys have sold, and this time we did much better. We kept pretty close to the original margin. We got about 1250 on each one, and times 250 keys gives us about 315k, which is pretty good for how easy it was. And the energy potions we did as well. We didn't record it. In the future, we're just going to kind of show you the end flip for these items. We've done a bunch. But yeah, the energy potions, we got 55 GP on each. Times 2000 gives us about 109k. Which is awesome. That's a pretty nice flip for only 2 items. Again, the crystal keys are nice because they have a very high buying limit. I think it's like 10,000 or something. I don't know. But you're not likely to hit the cap unless you have a ton of money, which is nice. So yeah, we will maybe do this one more time this episode, but let's go have a look for some more items. So actually, I think we're going to do the crystal keys again now. They still have about a 1k margin on them about. So we're going to go ahead and I think we can afford 200, 300 of them. I guess we'll do 280. Just to check the margin, it looks like it's 1,052, which is pretty good. And yeah, we'll come back when these have sold. We might grab another potion along the way, but we'll just come back after the keys have sold. Okay, we're back, and we didn't unfortunately buy all of the the tooth half of the keys. For whatever reason, they stopped buying. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to combine all the keys we can and then sell back the 2/2 of a key as just a regular flip. Also on the side note, we did get some magic potions, which we only got about 20 GP margin on, giving us about 39k. So nothing special there, but we did get some money from that. And yeah, so we'll go combine the keys, we'll sell them back, and we'll try to calculate how much we made off this flip because it'll be a little confusing. Okay, so we're back and we have sold everything. So we're going to start with the loop half of the keys because that was just a normal flip. We ended up getting a 248 GP margin on them, which is not great, but we got 174 of them, giving us 43k. That's what we just took there. And the crystal keys, after calculating everything out, we got about 154k on those, giving us just less than a 1k margin on each key. So it's not too bad. It's a little messy when this happens. It's kind of nice when you just buy all the keys and sell them. But either way, we're doing pretty good, and we'll get a couple more flips going. Okay, so first up, we're going to do the adamant dart tips. Sorry, just the adamant darts. It has a 4 GP margin on it, and I think you can get 11,000 of these every hour. Probably 10k or 11k or something. But yeah, it seems pretty decent. Looks like you get a pretty easy 40-50k from these. Okay, so next up we're going to do the Dragon Axe, which actually has about 4.5k margin on each one, which is pretty good. I think the buy-in limit's about 40 for those. So, I mean, theoretically, if we do hit the buy-in limit, we could get a couple 100k pretty easy. But we'll go ahead and buy, I think we'll get, yeah, we can get 40 actually. Yeah, we'll do 40. And next up, I think we're going to do the Death Rune. A 6 GP margin on Death Rune is pretty massive for really how many are traded every day. I mean, there's hundreds, millions probably. And yeah, I think there's a 10k limit, so that's pretty easy, 60k. It's a quick flip, but it's pretty effective still. And last up, I think we're going to do the Super Energy Potion. We're just keeping it in there just for a bit of variety. But yeah, it has about a 167 GP margin on it, I think. And we can afford about 800 of them. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll come back when the rest of our items have sold. So everything has sold, and we did pretty good on this flip. We'll start with the Adamant Dart tips. We only got 1 GP on them in the end of the day, which isn't great. So just 11k from the dart tips. The Dragon Axe, we actually still got a really nice margin on that. We got about 6,800 on each one, and we got 26 Dragon Axes, giving us 176k. The Death Runes, we still got a 6 GP margin on. They actually instantly bought while I was finishing it up. And we got 10k of those, giving us 60k from that. And the Super Energy Potions, we got about 134 GP margin on each one, and 800 of those, giving us 107k. All in all, I think we got about 350k from this flip, which is pretty good. I might do a couple of these items again. The Dragon Axes worked really well, so I might do that in the future. But yeah, we'll do a couple more flips. So to start off, I think we're actually going to do the Dragon Axes again. They worked quite well last time. They have 3 or 4k margin on them still, which is good. They're traded pretty frequently, and you do hit that 40 limit pretty quick, but that's not a reason not to do it. So we'll go ahead and buy another 40 Dragon Axes, and we'll get them for about 109, I think. So next up, we're probably going to do this Archer Helm. It has a 4k margin, actually a little bit more than that, and I have to assume people still use this helmet. So we'll go ahead and buy maybe probably 30 or 40 of these again. I don't know what the buying limit is. Probably not going to do 100, actually. We'll do 50. But yeah, I would say it's probably close to 50, and we'll see how many of these we can get. So we've sold all the Dragon Axes and the Archer Helms. We did try to get another flip in there for potions, but that did not happen, unfortunately. But we did pretty good on the Dragon Axes. We got about 2.9k on each one, and 39 of those gives us about 112k. The Archer Helms actually did pretty well as well. We got about 4,900 on the Archer Helms, and we got 19 of those, giving us about 93k. That's what 200k flip in total, which is pretty decent. So now, basically from this time, we're on day 7 for the next 7 days. I was gone, so we're just going to quickly hop forward in time to when I get back, and then we'll just renew our membership, and then I think we're going to call that the end of the episode. Okay, we are back, and our membership is expired. So we'll go ahead and buy a new bond, but while I'm doing that, I'll just calculate how much we made this episode. We would have made a lot more had it not been gone for a week, but nothing to do about that, so we will go ahead and calculate it. So we started at about 10.9 mil approximately, and we ended at 12 mil actually, so pretty decent. We got over 1.1 mil or something along those lines, so pretty decent. we'll go ahead and buy a bond here, bringing us down to about 9.1 mil. So we didn't really make much progress in this membership period, but next time I'm going to definitely put more effort into making sure we get some progress going. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys in episode 11. We'll have some changes to the resolution then. We got some other changes in the works. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.